Hey, what's up my diamonds? Welcome to my kitchen, where today we're going to be doing a lot of baking. I'm going to be showing you 3 recipes. I absolutely cannot wait to see how these turn out. We're going to start off some chocolate chip cookies by combining 2 1/4 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 1/2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You're going to whisk that to combine before, in a separate bowl, combining 1 1/2 sticks of butter, melted and slightly cold, 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar, and 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. You're going to whisk that until there are no brown sugar lumps left behind. After that, you're going to add in 1 large egg, whisking that in, followed by 1 egg yolk, whisking that in. After that, you'll add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Next, you're going to pour your wet ingredients into your dry ingredients, folding together with a rubber spatula and mixing the rest of the way. Once your cookie dough is all one color, you're going to add in 1 1/4 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. I like to use that amount because I feel that it adds the best cookie to chocolate ratio, but you can do more or less depending on your preferences. And once all your chocolate chips are in the dough, on 2 baking sheets lined with cooking spray, you're going to lay out your cookie dough. I like to use an ice cream scoop because I find that it gives the best portions. And then you're going to put them in a 325-degree oven for 12 to 13 minutes, letting them cool on the baking sheet for 10 minutes before transferring to a wire rack. Up next, we're going to start some soft pretzel bites by combining 1 1/2 cups of warm water, 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar, 1 package of active dry yeast, and 3 ounces of melted butter. Stir not with a spoon, as I learned, but with a whisk. Let the mixture proof for about 5 minutes before adding 2 1/2 teaspoons of salt to 4 1/2 to 5 cups of flour. Add the yeast mixture to the flour, stirring to combine before mixing with a mixer with dough hooks. Once the dough easily pulls away from the bowl, it's time to knead. Liberally cover your countertop with flour and knead for about 5 minutes, finishing in a ball. You'll then coat the inside of a large bowl with oil and roll the ball of dough around the bowl to get it completely coated in oil. Place a clean towel over the dough and allow it to rise in a warm area for about 1 hour or until doubled in size. After the dough has risen, turn it out onto a clean countertop and divide it into 8 equal-ish pieces. Roll each piece into a rope about 20 inches long or a little bit shorter than the depth of the average countertop. Cut each rope into 1-inch pieces and set aside. After that, boil some water and very slowly add 1/3 cup of baking soda. Boil each bite for about 30 seconds and place on a greased baking sheet. Coat each bite in an egg wash before baking in a 425-degree oven for 15 to 18 minutes. For our last recipe, we're doing a cinnamon roll cake. We'll start by combining 3 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and whisking to combine. In a separate bowl, tiny whisk together 1/2 cup of water, 2 eggs, 1 cup of evaporated milk, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Add 1/2 cup of melted butter to the dry ingredients and mix to combine. Add the wet mixture to the dry ingredients. Do not overmix. Only combine until you see no more streaks of white. Pour the batter into a greased 9x13 baking dish. Next, we'll start on the topping. Use an electric mixer to combine a 1/4 cup of batter, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, a tablespoon of cinnamon, and a tablespoon of flour. Sprinkle 1 tablespoon of cinnamon on the top of the batter, followed by the topping. Bake in a 350-degree oven for 25 to 35 minutes. For the icing, we're combining 2 cups of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 4 to 7 tablespoons of cream. Whisk to combine. Remember, this is like a cinnamon roll. So while the cake is still hot, we're going to pour the icing on the top and spread with a rubber spatula. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. Stay shiny, and I'll see you in the next video.